Everyone, it is Brandon and Ethan. We'll just do some quick introductions since we normally do our work at Northside Baseball, but we're jumping ship to the Brewer Fanatic.
Because the Cubs are on fire and not in a good way. The ship is sinking as the Chicago Cubs, and so we are making a jump to make some content for the Brewers as well, and we are happy to do so and just happy to be here.
Yeah, we're making the opposite move that Craig Counsell did. We are going from Chicago to Milwaukee because the Brewers have a good team, and I'm tired of watching the Cubs be terrible. So,
Yeah.
um,
It's the Brewers have been having a great season this 2024. It's again a great to see a change of pace. And our players on the Brewers have been doing really well. Two prospects that we've been seeing some great action from is Jackson Chourio and Sal Frelick. I think, again, just two young guys that have been delivering some great hits, some great defense out on the field. I'm really impressed by both of them. Again, not to throw any more shade at the Cubs. I think we're going to put that behind us. But compared to the Cubs, these two young guys have really been pulling their weight on the team.
yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Jackson Chourio was a top five prospect in baseball going into this season. A really young guy in his early 20s. Everyone sort of knew that obviously he hasn't proved necessarily that he is, the superstar that, I think everyone is hoping he can be. But again, seeing him in the capacity that I have, he's such a talented player. He's getting better as the season goes on, which is what you want to see, from a young guy like him. And, even though his defense may not be, at superstar levels, and maybe though, he's not the most like perfectly all around prospect in baseball, he's such an advanced bat. He has such an advanced feel for the game at his age. And he's sort of a nice complement to what Sal Frelick is, who, isn't, a power bat. He's very much, a line drive hitter. He's never going to have even average power in the major leagues. But, he's a strong defender, a really good runner. And again, that duo, as they continue to improve for the Brewers in the outfield, is going to make a lot of difference, especially as guys like Christian Yelich continue to age and age out of their primes.
And I wanted to quickly cover, you talked a little bit about Sal being, he's more down the line as a hitter. That's what I love about Jackson Chourio is he's the kind of exact opposite. He's a power hitter. And again, I think that's something you just really kind of need on really any MLB team, but somebody like the Brewers, where we're very top scoring, we're very, high scoring team, we get people on base so often. And then to bring somebody like Jackson Chourio, who usually sits around the middle of the lineup anyways, to have him there as the power hitter that usually gets either a home run or he can really drive it out to the outfield or the warning track. I think again, I'm really glad, excuse me, that we brought him up and he's having such a great season in 2024.
Yeah. Again, it is worth reminding ourselves and everyone that expectations need to be tempered for now. Again, as Jackson Chourio, goes through the hill, the valleys and the peaks that these young guys do. As South Relic is the same way. But yeah, I think an offensive core of him and Willie Contreras, who's been so good for the Brewers this season for the most part. It's exciting for a Brewers fan, for a Cubs fan, maybe not so much.